think are just so elegant and amazing, and that we can emulate so many years later. Pretty much every single one of them wore joy. And to this day, this is the ultimate fragrance. This is brand new to QVC. Our QVC price is $155 for the Eau de Parfum as well as the purse spray. So this is an exclusive configuration which we've done for QVC, and this is on 4 easy payments of $38.75. Note too that we've given you a reduced shipping and handling, and I just feel like I need to talk in hushed tones because brand new, never before joy is being presented on air.
Boy, this is a pretty fragrance. This is one of the prettiest fragrances that has ever been created. It's also from France. We're going into 1930, and the word joy is really a good description of this fragrance. You know, back in 1929, 1930, it was a depression. Things were not that wonderful in the world, and Jean Patou, the French designer who created this fragrance, created something to uplift our spirits and give us joy and optimism. And I'm not surprised that you have a good feeling about this fragrance. It has not only won the Fragrance Foundation Hall of Fame award, it won the scent of the century.
Oh my
goodness.
It's
the only fragrance to, of course, ever win it, and it is seen as probably the most beautiful fragrance, the prettiest fragrance ever created in the history of fragrance.
We actually are also going to show you some beautiful images that can really help to tell the story of the creation of joy, which, like we said, if she is known for her impeccable style, she is a woman who wears joy.
Yes, and when this fragrance was created, it was the most expensive fragrance ever created in the history of perfume. It has over, at the time it was created, 10,500 jasmine flowers and over 300 roses. What I love about this fragrance is, you know, we had a really rough winter up here in the northeastern United States and in other areas as well. You know that feeling when spring hits and you go into a magnificent garden and you smell the flowers for the first time after a really rough winter? That's this fragrance.
Right.
You can't identify one particular flower. It's a flower garden, and boy, it's just so pretty. It is Audrey Hepburn if she wore a fragrance. It's Grace Kelly. Actually, Grace Kelly did wear this fragrance. It is Anne Hathaway today. It's just something when, I mean, let's be honest, when we all wake up in the morning, we all don't feel pretty every single morning. I mean, you know, it takes a lot to get up every day, get the kids to school, go to work, organize, go to the grocery store. This is a fragrance, you spritz it on, it transforms how you feel. It's a little bit of beauty in your life. And you go on a journey and you take the other people on a journey with you.
Now, Elizabeth, I haven't told you this in our meeting beforehand because we were too busy bonding over everything that we have so similar. But when I go like this, it means this is going quickly. So I just want to let you know that we have fewer than 500 sets remaining. We are very busy right now. So again, if you're brand new to QVC and you're just sort of, what channel am I watching? Is that QVC? Yes, it is. We are so honored to have partnered with Elizabeth and the Fragrance Foundation to bring you this Hall of Fame fragrance that was inducted in 1990. That means we're getting limited. So you may want to go to our website if you're new, QVC.com, and order it that way. I was sharing a story with Elizabeth that I love Vivian Leigh. I've loved her ever since I was a little girl, and several biographies were written about her, and I devoured them and memorized them, and I really haven't read them in years, but I remember reading that Vivian stopped in Shannon Airport when she was on tour with a company when she was performing, and she had to stop off in Shannon to buy a bottle of joy. And I thought, so when you think about a woman that so inspires you and has such grace and elegance and is so classy, that's just what joy is. These women throughout time, even women of, again, today, wearing it. And these are 2 individually boxed beautiful gifts. So you can return anything to the end of January, not that any woman in the world would ever return joy, and yet this is something which you can buy with confidence as a gift, and, you know, even do a keep one, give one. Why not?
And I love that they've given us a purse spray. You know, one of the things we don't see in department store shopping for fragrances or any kind of discount. This is interesting that they're giving a special gift, if you
Right.
will, when you buy it. It's a great value. And I think this is one of the little tips about wearing fragrance, having something in your purse. So like we're all running around, as we've said, going from point A to point B, and then your husband may say, let's have pizza. You want to feel pretty.
Yes, you do.
And this is a great little way to spritz and transform how you feel into that pretty girl. Who doesn't want to feel pretty?
My mother wore an iconic fragrance, and I still keep a bottle of it on my dresser top because I smell it and I think of her. But she loved babies, and she was the original baby whisperer. So no matter what cranky crying baby would be handed to her, she would hold and love that baby, and the baby would fall asleep. And eventually she would hand it back to the mom, and whatever young mom was there with Ginny helping with the baby, she'd say, oh, the baby smells like you, Ginny. You know, there is really something about having this fragrance that draws everyone in, and I'm not surprised Joy has sold out. But please don't despair, because we can go back and purchase Shalimar, and we still have several more fragrances to talk about in this premiere hour where we are honoring the best